Seems like it's working this time, though.
You sure about that?
I'm sure about that. It is. I'm sure about that. So welcome to the first. Okay, so we're gonna, I guess, reintroduce that. Uh, the the one and only Gus is in the house, joining us for a slow run of Mario Bros. Uh, and we're looking forward to it. What we're gonna do in this slow run is take our time through a game rather than try to speed run it. And I had a good intro last time, so I don't have a good intro as much this time because I'm doing it a second time. But uh, the point is that I think I wasn't originally disgusted by speedrunning, but as I'm realizing the market value of being disgusted by it, I'm growingly being disgusted by speedrunning. And Twitch is about games, so we're here to play some games. And we're gonna speed run.
Yep.
Show and Tell Steve says hello, and Metaton says nice beard also. And so let's just see.
Thank you, Meta.
Um,
I grew up myself.
so we're gonna play this game slowly. We're gonna pause a lot. We're gonna talk a lot. We're gonna stop. We're ending the continuous repetition of the speed run that seems to be so popular. Because Gus and I like games. We're not speed runners. We don't like to. We're not running through games and trying to beat it as fast as possible. We're just playing games because we like video games. So
Yep.
yeah, right. I mean, Gus, you know, what's your experience with speed running and how do you relate to it? I mean, What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends who love breaking games and figuring out all the different exploits and where developers, missed certain things, and
Right.
that just never appealed to me at all. Like,
Never.
I don't know, like, never,
Right.
never. I never play games that way, and I think it's tedious. And go work, for these developers and help them figure them out so that the games don't come out like this. Go be bug testers or something.
Right. No, I completely agree. I was always a little disgusted by it because I was like, why are you speedrunning to the game? Because I like the story in games too. I like the aesthetical value in games. I like the graphics. I like art style. Like, that stuff appeals to me. Music, story, art, graphics.
People just skip over story, right? I don't even understand that.
Game design, like interesting game design, like yeah, they just skip to the story. They press the button that lets you skip the lines, and we're just not having it. And we're gonna go through a lot of these older games and just appreciate what these guys made and how long it took them to make these games. So today we're gonna play through Mario Brothers, and we're gonna go through it, and we're just gonna feel it out. And on that note, like my memories of it are like I remember like watching people do speed runs of Mario 64, and I was like, they kept doing that thing where he would jump on his butt.
Yeah.
He would keep jumping on his butt, and then I was like, and then they did it to like go upstairs and like jump across a hallway. And I was like, why are you doing this though? Like, what do you think the impetus is to speedrun a game? And it's wildly popular on Twitch, and I don't watch any of it. And some of our friends watch that stuff. Like, literally will watch that stuff. A lot of our friends do. Almost every single one of them who's into that either watches the competitive scene of gaming or the speedrun scene of gaming. One of the two.
Yeah, I don't really get it, to be honest. I mean, it's cool, I guess. Like, all right, you can beat a game in 15 minutes flat,
right?
Whatever. But I'm sure that took a long time. I'm sure it's hard to do, but I don't know. It's like you said, we have friends who like would play certain games, and they probably wouldn't even care if they just looked like polygons.
Right? Yeah. They just look like straight polygons.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Weird.
Yeah.
It's not my style. Ugh,
And
not my style.
it's so funny. Nataku says I've been watching a lot of Mario speedruns lately, and it's like I cannot relate. There's a great line in a Drake song. It's a Drake. It's like I think it's called "I Got Paper," right? And he's like, what does he say? I cannot relate. And that line always stuck with me because there's so many times I want to say to someone, I can't relate to you. I can't even fathom why that is. You know what I mean? Not that anything is wrong with it, but I'm saying that there's a lot wrong with it if I can make some money off it. So,
Yeah.
so let's go ahead. That's cool. I mean, honestly, it is in its way. Like, I won't lie. Like, I've seen a speed run before. I've never watched a speed run all the way through, but it is kind of interesting to watch people do all these crazy feats and do all this crazy stuff and jump around and do that and this and like be really good and get that button pressed at the right time. Just like watching like maybe like a fun Smash fight or something like that where they hit all the buttons right, or a Street Fighter Third Strike fight where they press the parry button at the right time 3 times in a row. But actually, I'd rather just like play the game like than watch that or watch somebody.
Yeah, like how it was intended.
Right. Yeah, I was always more interested in how games like and like the creators and like how they related to their games like that. It was interesting. So let's just jump right into this. So showing people what this slow run is all about and why it doesn't really work and why no one's done it before. All right, and so let's go ahead and do that. So let's play a 2-player game of Mario Bros. Oh, he's already gone.
Hey,
doing something. Whoa,
it's
can you
already
just
going.
appreciate
He's
that
going.
just for a second? So there's
What?
actually they programmed this game so that there's actually like a playthrough in the beginning of it. Look at this.
Oh, I like that. Oh, it was only like a couple seconds.
Yeah, but that was interesting because to think that even for a couple seconds to program that in, think about it. Okay, so first they program a jump in, right? They press the buttons, he goes back, he runs back, he gets the thing, he goes forward. He jumps over. He gets hit, so they show you that it may not hurt. Maybe there's a little bit of demonstration about the way the game works in this moment, in this quick little, I don't know what they call it, like they kind of like just, it's not a loading screen because these games didn't even load back then. You know what I mean? Can you appreciate that?
Yeah.
But it's so interesting. Look, they show you this little moment that like you could get a mushroom, where you can get it from. They jump, they go back. I mean, dude, to write this into an NES game, like think about all the hex numbers they're changing to do any of that, you know?
Yeah.
So I think
and like they're even giving you like the values of each like point, so you get 200 for that, 100 for a stomp.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, 1,000.
1,000.
Right.
Yeah.
And they show you
So
get
it's like
hit, you can still
point-based.
survive. Right. So much tension, and
Yeah.
it actually happens really quick.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's I'm noticing there's 2 cycles. They just show you one cycle and then the second one.
Nataku brings up a good point. He says, I don't think other games do that now. And I think he's right. Actually, a lot of games don't do this little thing where they kind of show you someone playing it. Like, they show
No.
you, like, right? They don't do that anymore. This kind of show me thing.
Yeah. And unprompted, too.
You said 2 cycles. There's only one playthrough, though. This thing, he just keeps doing the same thing over and over, correct?
No. He does 2 different things.
Oh,
over
show
and
me
over.
the difference. Can you? I would like to understand. So this is which one?
This is the second one. He dies in this one. So he kills one and then dies.
Okay, sure. And then?
And then the very next one,
They
he gets
programmed
big.
Okay.
Yeah, they program another one. He gets the mushroom. He's big. And then he just waits by a pipe and doesn't do anything and just waits. Maybe he just gives up.
He's like...
He just gives up. like he made a little bit of progress and then just gives up. Look, oh, actually no, that's kind of scary. He's not even facing it.
That's funny. Holy God, that's funny. Oh man, that's hilarious. Woo, that's funny. can we just appreciate the fact, like, I'm not even done with this title screen yet. All right. First of all, it took them probably 2 years to make this title screen. All right. That's what I think. How long I think it took them. Oh.
How many megabytes do you think this game is?
I think it's like 8 or something. But I think like each kilobit is like they change each zero. I think they programmed it in binary or something, honestly. But
That'd be nuts.
right? It's like first of all, how many movies do you watch where the title screen is integrated into, like in the 80s, like the title screen is integrated into the beginning of the game. The game just kind of begins, right? I think
Yeah.
like this kind of set the stage for some of the games that where you'd press start. And like when you press start and begin the game, it's a smooth transition. Like the title disappears and then you just go right into the gameplay rather than like a menu change or anything like that, or a screen change.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
It's
I've seen it in a couple
yeah.
games. Yeah.
It's what?
I've seen it in a couple games, but I can't name any right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of other titles that do it. And I can only think of Mario titles that do it.
Right. I'm pretty sure there is a Mario title that does it. But so this title screen, can we do you mind sitting with it for a second? Like, and just thinking about this title screen for a second?
Yeah.
This title screen itself, it's like, I don't know, it's so cool the way the way it moves with the screen. You know what I mean? Like who thought about that? Like, oh, I gotta they gotta start playing it. And I think this originates from arcade games. This idea that the game kind of plays itself, because in arcade games they wouldn't have these static screens. They would be like Static Shock. They would be moving and stuff. You know?
Yeah, they would, yeah.
To get you to play them, they show you kind of some of the game, and I think that's where this comes from. Is this kind of arcade? This is kind of reminiscent of that arcade style of play.
That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Right. It's attention grabbing, you know, but also informative. Like you see the Mario. There's points. There's coins. It shows you what world you're in and the time limit.
Right.
It follows you out of the title screen and into the main game.
Right.
You know, and it's like super informative, super helpful. Like, and before you even begin, you could take a moment and just kind of eyeball everything and see kind of like what the deal is a little.
You learn without realizing you're learning. Right?
Yeah.
You're learning just by looking at the title screen and just letting it play through. And you're like, if you actually just sit there and wait, you'll notice a lot. One thing that I'm noticing about like even the HUD is the fact that the coin, it doesn't need to blink, but it shimmers.
It does, yeah.
It's shimmering, right? And like it doesn't need to do that. Okay, it could be just a static thing, but it's shimmering at the top, and they do that, which is kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, it seems like deliberate, kind of like, you know, kind of enticing you, like rack up coins. You know, you're gonna need them.
These are cool. Look at this shiny object, shiny.
Yeah, like look at the mystery boxes. They're all shiny.
Right.
They flicker in the same exact way.
They flicker exactly. They flicker. Like as
it
if there's
draws
light.
Like your eye to them.
Right.
As if there's a light. Yeah.
Right? And it's like they didn't have lighting systems back then, right? But so they were kind of experimenting with that by making things flicker. That is so interesting because look, the boxes all do that, think about he's going fast right now, so soon I'll cut so we can get into the game and kind of slowly just work through level 1. So if you just look, how many frames do you think are in that flicker just of that coin? I see like 1, 2, 3, at least 3 or 4.
3 or 4 what, like per, like what do you mean?
3 or 4 frames of that they made for the coin to make it shimmer. Like there's a
light, I see.
There's a dark, there's a really bright.
Yeah, okay, I see. Maybe like 4 or 5 frames, yeah.
Right, 4 or 5, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like frame counting. Look, we're frame counting, Gus. This is how we, this is how we become just like our friends and start counting frames in our games and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's very interesting. I think it's something else. So
Yeah, take note of the top score on the bottom.
sure.
Like
Yes.
that's that's pretty cool how like you see your top left is the same, it's the same amount, you start off with nothing, right?
Nothing. Right.
But
And
it tips you off that like, okay, there's somebody here, he got this far. You know, it's only human to be like competitive, right? And
Right.
see like
right.
competitive, and also um like have enough pride to want to, you know, if it's a game that's like easy to play, hard to master,
Right.
you might want to like leave your mark, so to speak.
Of course.
And right, and then like the people who have left their mark before, like only serve as like fuel, you know, just like motivation
Right.
to wanna match. You know, it's
Which is a vestige, not really a vestige, probably like something they've kept they derived from arcade gaming. The idea of the high score, which is not something people talk about anymore.
Yeah. No, not at all. Like you have achievements and stuff,
Right.
but they're all based around your own achievements and like surpassing yourself. But you know, seldom is it about like, oh, look at how well all these other people have done. You know,
Right. Everybody else who's played this game, which is what the arcade does. The people do the achievement hunting on Twitch a lot too. And also kind of like not my thing because of the fact that like, man, I'm calling out a lot of people with this stream, but not my thing because it just reduces the game to achievements, and anytime it's reductionist. It's reductionist. I've always wanted to use that word. Now I got to take that.
What about reductive? Say reductive too. It's reductive.
Word. That's probably reductive. It is reductive. So, do you think, is there anything else? Like, I don't want to rush this. I want to take as much time. If we spend 2 hours and we're stuck here, I think that is, it literally probably took them at least 3 months to make this title. I believe that 3 months of manpower at least to make this title.
To make the title screen and everything that happens in it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. The Mario sprite, the little hill in the background, drawing each pixel, these little bricks at the bottom, you know, like all that stuff. Do we have our little our thing? Yeah. These bricks at the bottom here.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this thing is this mode is like perfect for this. It's like made to like be doing like game analysis.
I know.
How do you clap, Gus?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Thank you.
You press X.
No, you don't. This is very interesting. I think that this is fascinating. Like there's so much going on here. I actually think that maybe we should start it, but you tell me though. I want to see, is there anything you want to appreciate? You're a person, Gus, you are one of the most patient people I know. So I'm so glad you're on here for our first slow run, #end speedrunning, #end achievement hunting, hashtag end stop the violence. All right. Let's talk about the end of speedrunning. I'm here to call out speedrunning. I'm here to call out you speedrunners. I'm going to say you guys don't appreciate the game like we do because we actually like looked at this game and all you're doing is trying to break a game. So we're out here. We're calling you out. We're going to take you out by nobody watching us. Watch this. Anyway. Gus, tell me.
No, there's still a lot to say.
Sure, tell me. Let's talk, dude. If we talk about this for 2 hours, that's a win for me. If we end up in this title screen for 2 hours, dude, this could be it. This is gonna be all we end up doing. I don't care. I don't care. You are so patient, Gus. You are one of the most patient. You are the most patient person I know.
Wow, and I'm losing it too, in my old age.
Running dry, we used to call it, right? I'm running dry. They're scraping at the end of that, and they're not getting it. There's nothing left. But
There's nothing left.
there's nothing left. We used to say that all the time, right? Uh, is there anything here that you wanted to speak to? Like anything else you'd like to speak to before we try it out?
Well, I mean, I want to add too, like
God.
that this was my first video game ever, like which is kind of neat.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I was 5, in 1995, and this game came out in 1985, which it's clearly telling us, which is pretty cool.
1985. You were
Um,
so 10 years later.
so 10 years later, my uncle had it. God rest his soul, he died. Like showed me how to play. Uh, gave me a NES, and like gave me this game with Castlevania.
Your uncle
Uh, yeah.
gave you this? Oh, which
Oh no,
Do I
no,
know
no. Actually, my aunt gave it to me, but my uncle showed me how to play it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you know him. Yeah,
Yes, okay.
you know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So your your
Um,
aunt gave you it.
yeah. And so my uncle showed me how to play because I would run, endlessly and not, just die very fast, and I
Right.
didn't know how to play or take my time. But he showed me, and it was cool. And then fast forward, his son, when Mario Maker, the first one came out, I bought it
Right.
for him.
Oh, I know what
Yeah,
you're
so
talking
I
about.
felt, yeah, so I felt like, I'm like passing on the torch a little bit, with this like new iteration of, celebrating this old school Super Mario Brothers game. So, I'm
Wow,
sure
that's
everyone has their own
crazy.
special memory about it, but yeah,
Wow, your first game, dude.
yeah,
Wow, that's incredible.
I
That's so
know.
cool. Now, what did you know, and you're bringing up a really good point. Like this is why I wanted the slow run. This is because it's you, man. I think I didn't even know if I thought about doing this, but if I had, I was gonna forget it this stream. It's so important to talk about the memories you have and your response. Like your response. Like what do you remember about this game? What do you think? And that is so important because this was your first game, Gus, and you got it 10 years after its release and you were still playing it.
Yeah. Like Super Mario World had already come out in '91, I believe, and this was cheaper. This was just a cheaper console, cheaper game,
Right.
and it still felt fresh. Like as a kid, you don't really know, like, but the game still holds up. I'm like not 5 anymore. I'm 30,
Right.
and I'm still playing it right now.
Still playing it. You could tell me
It's
that.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Were you gonna say more? Sorry. Go ahead.
No. It's like special. It's special in that way. But it's just I understand why this game, quote unquote, saved like video games, or what was it, like they saved after the disaster of ET.
Right.
Yeah, this like brought it out of the hole.
Yeah, they
which
said
is,
like 1 in 4 households had a Nintendo. 1 in 4
Yeah.
American households had a Nintendo.
That's wow.
Isn't that
Jeez.
baffling to think about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
It's
What were you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say that like, did you get this game? Did you get this system used from them, or did you get it new?
No, my aunt gave me hers.
So she was playing it.
She was playing it, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So my aunt was playing this, yeah, in the 80s. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. My
That's so
aunt and
cool.
my uncle, they both had NESs and played it.
That's crazy.
And that's where they stopped, oddly enough. They didn't, like,
Keep going.
pursue a Super Nintendo, no. They
No,
just
they stopped.
stopped at that.
Because so think about it this way: 1 in 4 American households. Your family was in America at this point, right, Gus?
Yeah.
What year did your family come to America?
I want to say like 79, 80.
79, 80. Okay, yeah. Okay, so 79, 80, like about 6 years before my family got here. and they were in the 80s, dude. You know, Damaged. Come on, by Black Flag had come out in 81, and 1 in 4 households had a Nintendo after this. It was the Wii, dude. People just got it, right?
Yeah.
People got it. They enjoyed it. They were like, it was a novelty to some. It meant something to others. Some people just had one great experience, one-off, a kind of one-night stand with Nintendo.
Sure.
Sure. And in that way, that's really interesting, right? Because you said that's such an interesting point you make, that they didn't go forward to Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
But us were like progression, right? We got to go up, level up.
Level up, right? We took it all the way.
All the way.
And I think as long as I live, I'll probably play every Mario game that they come out with.
And
like every first party Mario game. Yeah.
Right, me too. It actually hurts that I haven't played some of them. Like it's like oh, I didn't play Super Mario Odyssey 2. Oh, it burns.
There's no Super Mario Odyssey 2.
I know people keep talking about it, so I thought it was real. Okay.
Oh, fake. That's fake. It's something, you know.
Oh yeah. Some ROM hack. The Toby Fox ROM hacked it probably. Which you got to play the nightmare hack of Earthbound. I want that as well, right? But I need to see the regular one. I need to see the regular Earthbound.
What is that? I never heard of that.
What? The nightmare hack?
Nightmare hack?
That's what got Toby Fox famous before he made thing. What do you call it?
Do you know what changes or no?
It's like a whole new boss and levels and music and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but.
Oh.
But
that's cool.
This is what the last thing I'll say about Earthbound, because I want to go back to Mario and our responses and stuff to Nintendo in general and stuff. But that's my fault. We should play Earthbound once quarantine is over. That's what we'll do. That's going to be our celebration, is a slow run of Earthbound, where you could just tell me all your memories of it, like while we watch the title screen play over and over.
No crying till the end.
What is that? Who says that? No crying until the end.
That's just the tagline when they were selling it or marketing it.
Oh,
to
really?
Japanese audiences. That's no crying till the end.
So my memory of Mario is, so the first time I played this game, it was actually the All-Stars version, because in 1996, when I was in first grade, my mom had gotten me a Super Nintendo bundled with Mario All-Stars. This was my first system. I had watched, when I was going to my babysitter's house, I had watched, I had never played Mario. They never let me touch their games when I was ever at my babysitter's, which I spent a lot of time at my babysitter's. So much time. And I would just watch them, and they'd be mean to me and stuff and tell me I was stupid. And then, so I never got games, and I would just watch them play games. And then my cousins wouldn't let me play games either. I would go visit them, and they would have stuff like this. But the most I remember is about watching my babysitter's kids play the game. And they would have it. My friends had video games. I was in first grade. I was like, oh, I want video games too, And, looking back on it, it's like, I could have done without them for another year too. But it was a very pivotal moment for me, because I still remember people not having games even at that point. Like, I remember some of my friends who were going off to private school and Catholic school after that, and they weren't allowed to get games. They never got games. They had a Game Boy. And I was like, and that was the beginning of the end of our friendship. So I was like, all right.
Alrighty.
I was like, and they didn't even like games that much. They were like, oh, I got this Spider-Man game on my computer where I could make Spider-Man images, and I could put this guy here and here, and that's it. But I got this game, and it was in All-Stars, and I would watch people play this game, and it looked fun always when I was growing up and I was watching people. But I finally got to play this game on All-Stars, and I didn't realize it was a remake, even though I had seen people play it before, which is crazy.
It used to confuse me too, because I was like, wait, is this a new Super Mario Brothers? I was like, why does it look like this?
Right.
It just confused me as a kid.
I didn't connect the two. I probably just connected the two now.
Right now?
Yeah.
So this whole time you didn't know that?
I didn't realize that when I was a child. I didn't realize it was a remake until I got older.
Yeah. See, I just confused me. Obviously, I knew the difference because I had the original one, and then I had All Stars,
Right.
which I had gotten for Christmas, like with a magic kit, which was funny because on the cover of All Stars, Mario's dressed as a magician.
Right.
But anyway, yeah, I was like, these graphics are weird. Like, why does Super Mario Brothers 3 look like this? That one really confused me. I was like,
because those games that is very distinctive, right? The way it looked.
yeah. And so I'm like, this is odd. It just, I liked it, but it just confused me.
Right.
Like, I didn't know if they're the same game or not. And I was just, like, I don't know, too dumb to really, like, tell them apart or something.
Me too.
Yeah.
It didn't confuse me as a kid. I just never connected them. I never connected them.
Okay. Okay. It's funny.
Which is a little bit ridiculous and a little, like, stupid if you have the screen that I didn't connect the two. But how would I know? I didn't own a system. And Nataku brings up a good point here. Nataku says, I feel poor. I never had a console. And I think that's true of a lot of the world.
Oh. Like ever still?
I don't think he's owned one so far.
Oh. I mean, that's okay. I'm sure you got to play stuff now, right?
Just PC, I assume.
Huh. Well, that kind of sucks.
Right?
Yeah, I've always, like, had consoles.
Right, I've always been a
to
console person. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would have to save my butt off to buy them.
Right.
Usually it was me, at least, like, going halvesies with my parents or something. But, I mean, I had to put some work in.
Right. Yeah.
Huh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So, I think that it's just, oh man, I really messed this up.
I actually can't see you. You don't have video, right?
No, it's I tried to have the video on, but it didn't work out. Oh
So
no!
I'm on video?
I unplugged my screen.
Oh, damn.
Slow run, dude. Slow run. Oh my god, it's gonna run my slow run time. Right? Oh my god, my
Right.
slow run.
Dude, you're moving too fast. You're talking too fast right now.
Oh, dude, sorry, slow run. Yeah.
There's a rumor. What?
Go ahead. There's a rumor. Tell me.
That this is the 30th year anniversary of Mario. Wait, does that make sense?
Is it really?
How does that make sense? 1985. How does that make sense?
It doesn't make any sense. It's a 15 plus 20, which is 35th anniversary.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that. That they're gonna come out with Super Mario All Stars 2 with Mario 64,
right,
Mario Sunshine, Galaxy 1 and 2,
right,
all in one. What do you think of that?
That's incredible, Gus. That is like such a lie, though.
I know.
Such a lie. That is. I've never you're literally lying to me right now.
All of them with updated graphics, and
right.
stuff.
Right. No, I totally believe you right now. That is ridiculous. Oh man.
Super Mario All Stars 2.
Super Mario All Stars was a great version of this. I think we should start this. I think we're out of stuff right now. Right? Anything else you want to say about this? Let's go in.
I mean, we can get into why they chose like a little man and a mustache.
Yeah, but I think
Right.
if we pause it, because you could pause and it'll freeze the frame. So let's just go into that. Here we go. Oh, look at this screen. The thing screen. Okay, so we could pause right here. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. All right. Look at that. We're already paused. We just started,
Whoa.
and we've already paused. And so, okay. Anything we have to say about this part right here?
Yeah, like why? Okay, why is he like a little man with like a mustache? You know,
Right.
usually, or I guess, are we supposed to like? I'm surprised it's not like a kid or something, you know, or like some like youthful like character like that we could like relate to somehow, you know. But it's
Right.
like a middle-aged man with a mustache.
And Nut is asking if the pause part always looks like this. Yeah, in these old NES games, they would literally just freeze the game, and they would just let you see it, like taking a picture. The chat seems to think I'm angry at them, but they're just not talking about the game, so I'm not responding. Basically, let's. So when you unpause, pause. I'll turn off chat if you guys keep talking about this stuff. Anyway, so it's interesting that when you pause, it just goes. It first of all, there's a little ding to let you know it's paused. Sometimes I would try to play and not realize it was playing.
Yeah.
Because it was this pause screen. Anything else we want
It's
to say
cool
about
that.
this area?
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool that the sound effect it uses to pause.
Yeah.
It's not used anywhere in the game itself. Like, so it's its own unique sound that isn't reused, or recycled anywhere, and it's really like it lets you know that you're paused for sure. Like, not only because you know they're not showing you any other, like it's not saying pause.
Nope.
Right.
Nope.
So
no menu to like bring up your
no
inventory,
menu.
change your hat out.
No, exactly. So
Right.
like, all you can go on is the sound.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
You know, and it's cool that it's not recycling anything found in the actual game. It's its own thing, and like you associate that with like taking a break, which is cool. You know, it's not like the 1-up sound. You know, it's not like the mushroom sound.
No, it's like a coin. It almost sounds like you're getting a coin.
Kinda.
Right.
So, yeah, cool.
Should we keep going?
Yeah,
Also, look at this little cloud at the top here.
It's kind of a boring shot, right?
Extremely. It looks like someone made this in MS Paint.
Like, yeah, like look at all this white space. You know, it's just kind of like.
Yeah. But they don't want to overwhelm the player when they first play it. Night
I know,
night,
it's
night
good.
night, Meta.
Meta's going to bed.
Meta's going to bed.
All right, Meta, sleep well. I like your beard too.
It is kind of empty, right? Look at this little empty.
Yeah.
Like
I know.
like a little baby made it. But then like this looks like some kind of baby stuff. Right here, this little line over here, this diagonal line like you make in Paint, and you're like, why is it kind of blocky?
Yeah.
And then it has these diagonal lines down. And then you have a look at this right here, this thing.
The shrub.
Another bush. The shrub. This is a mountain. It's green, but it's got little dark trees on it, I guess. I never even thought about what this is. I guess it's supposed to be a mountain in the background. It's this blue, this nice blue. I like this color.
Yeah, that is a nice color.
A clap for that. And then look at this over here. What is this is really well done actually. This cloud is actually really well done. It's actually like if you look at it, you're like, oh, that's a cloud. That's a pretty good cloud. It has these dark lines, and like you have the black outline, right? And you have this blue, this nice dark blue, and it's different than this blue a little bit. It's a little bit darker. I don't know how many colors they had. They didn't have many.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it's I mean, do all the clouds look the same? I don't remember.
um, we're gonna see soon, I guess, right? And it's white, right? It's straight up white, or is this a light blue? I can't tell.
It looks like a dark blue.
No, the white of the cloud.
I don't know.
Could be white. I don't know. Next to the colors, you can't really tell because there's so much blue there that it kind of has a blue tint to it. It could be blue, it could be not. They didn't have that many colors to work with. But even here, like
They didn't.
and look how the detail on the border. You have this this little space over here, right there.
I wish I could zoom in.
There where you can't. Yeah, you could zoom in. I could zoom in on the computer, but but annoyingly so. But you see, if you look closely right here, like I don't know, can you tell me the difference, right, on your thing versus my TV? Can you see that there's actually there's no black line going right here? There's no little black dot pixel over here. Can you tell?
Yeah. It reminds me of like a stencil when you're making stencils that you want to like spray paint.
Mm-hmm.
You got to leave like white space all around because if you cut it all out, then it's not all going to be uniform.
Wait, what do you mean? Can you explain that again? I don't really understand what you mean by
that. Okay, so when you make a stencil,
sure.
You cut like you use an X-Acto knife and you cut out a stencil of something. You have to make sure that you have open spaces like that, like that little space. Mm-hmm. Because if you don't, then you're just gonna cut out that section,
right?
And it's just gonna fly out. But you need the whole piece intact. You need the whole stencil intact, so that when you're gonna put it onto something else, like a whatever you're gonna spray on,
right?
Or paint over. It all stays in one, like, all on the same sheet. You know what I mean?
Right. You don't cut out of it.
Right. So you have to leave spaces of white, like white open spaces, like
in your stencil.
Cloud.
In your stencil.
In your stencil.
Right. Yeah. Right. Because if you go off the page, there's going to be no border. Gotcha.
Yeah. Right.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's interesting. So yeah, this is a very interesting thing here. There's like a little piece here that's not like that done. Like a stencil. That's fascinating. What is this, Gus? A bush? And what is this? The Earth's crust?
I always thought it was like cobblestone or something. I don't know.
What is cobblestone?
But cobblestone, like, like those rocks that are like embedded in asphalt.
Yeah. Okay.
Like colonial style.
Gotcha. Yeah, sure. Nataka says, I wonder how long it took them to do it. I'm sure it took, I feel like at least a long time. Because if you just think about making this in MS Paint, how long would it take you to do an MS Paint? And longer, because they didn't have a click and like a what you see is what you can get style of making it. They had a computer and they had to change each pixel on it like bit by bit. So yeah, if you thought it was cobblestone. Yeah, so like I even to make this is kind of an interesting thing, and they kind of copied and pasted this over here. It's
like, can you find that in nature? Like, because he's outside, right?
What's that?
He's like outside.
He kind of is outside, so that's why I think it's the Earth's crust, and I think this is kind of the crackle of the ground, you know?
Like dirt? So he's like on dirt?
Yeah, he's like dirt. It's like rock upon rock, and if you ever look at those cross views of Earth, those cross sections of Earth, you'll see that this is like that. Like it looks just like this. Actually, no, I'm just kidding. But it's very interesting. Good job, guys.
You can whistle too.
Oh, it does whistle. Oh, if you do it twice. I always thought it was bricks since the game lore is that Bowser turned everything into bricks and mystery boxes. Oh, that's really interesting. I actually never thought about that. Is that the lore that you learned?
How does he do that? I don't know. I never heard of that.
Yeah. I think what was Shigeru? I don't think Shigeru thought about lore. I really don't think he thought about lore at all.
No.
Right?
No, me neither.
I don't think they thought about. That's why they have so much trouble like rectifying those Zelda games.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
You know, it's really funny like that. So let's go ahead and go forward, right? I think that so they repeat this pattern here, right? They make cloud.
Yeah.
There's a cloud here, there's a bush here, and there's a mountain. All right, let's keep going. Ooh, this music.
Yeah. Iconic as heck.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Whoa.
Wow.
That sounded a little scary, right?
There you go. You're in charge now.
I'm in
I can pause
charge.
it for no reason. Oh, do you want to look at him? So he is.
Oh god. What about him?
So he's got. So we didn't talk about Mario really. So he's the same color as this thing right here.
Yeah, he is. It's the exact color.
All they did was switch out. They said all color brown. They turned it into this. But they made his mustache green too.
That's the thing. Like, why should kids be drawn to like little guys, little middle-aged guys with mustaches, right?
He looks like a painter.
He does look like a painter, but it's just like kind of weird. I mean, like,
You want to see yourself in a game, right? That's why kids don't watch. That's why kids don't watch like shows with adults in it. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
I'm like the marketing must have been a lot broader, you know,
Right.
like to sell to adults, you know, like my aunt and uncle had them, and they
Right.
were, well, actually they're
Teenagers, probably. Teenagers.
yeah, I guess they were, yeah, I don't know.
But they, you know. But I guess it's one way to make a distinctive face is to put in give it a mustache, like rather than having no mustache, which he didn't have in the Donkey Kong games.
Oh yeah, he didn't. Made him look weird. He's like less of a person.
It all
But this,
blends
like,
in. The nose blends into the face too easily. So what they did was they added a mustache
Yeah.
to kind of differentiate, and it just stuck. And
he just seems like an average Joe, right?
right. He's not like a super powered guy, right? He just seems like he's a plumber first of all.
Yeah, he's like blue collar.
Remember
you know?
that Average Joe, and he was like a plumber Joe or something, and
Yeah.
people would always refer to him for politics.
Yeah.
And he was like actually just like a really strongly right wing guy.
Yeah.
Ooh, the music. It's speeding up. What do you think that is?
Oh,
Like
it
2
is.
times speed?
Look, two times. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, or close to it. Why does the time then also speed up? That hardly seems fair.
Oh my
Right?
god! Wow, what a good point.
I never noticed that. So like the time limit it starts you off with isn't even accurate.
Right. Gus, who wrote the music for this game?
Koji Kondo?
Yeah, I think
No,
Koji
I
Kondo.
don't-
That's what Taku
Did he?
asked. Good question, Taku.
Is it Koji Kondo? Oh
Koji
man.
Kondo, yeah. And so you're right. Wait, but look how fast that. No, I don't know if the time is speeding up. Look how quick it goes. That's not a
Oh.
second.
It's not a second. I mean, it's not telling us it's a second, right?
Right.
It's misleading. It's misleading.
Look at it. Look how quick it goes.
Yeah.
But it
That is
doesn't speed
very
up when the time
misleading.
goes slower. The time
No, I
runs
guess
out.
no. I thought it did, but no, it doesn't.
I don't think it does, dude. I think I think you just feel that way because the music's speeding up and you're getting hype. Like when we got hype when we were listening to Black Flag earlier.
Yeah, I guess it
Look at how
definitely
fast that
like
time is. That is not a second.
it's not.
That's why they don't
it's-
say seconds
They're-
and minutes. They just say time. It's their own
Yeah,
time. They
there's
just made it
no
up.
unit of measurement at all.
What's that?
It's not any unit of measurement
No,
at
it's
all.
just a made up measurement. It's like when kings would say that they're like that they're like they'd say a foot is the size of my foot.
Yeah,
Right. It's the same thing.
that's funny.
It's kind of funny. They probably couldn't time it because you know how hard it is to program like a time on thing. They have to time it with the processor. It's probably really annoying. Like having
Yeah.
matching real world time on a cartridge.
It seems to add like a sense of urgency though, which is cool.
It makes you kind of, yeah, definitely. It's like, no, why do you think it is? Okay, here's a good question. And here's a good thing to think about. Why do you think that they, from me to you, why do you think they put a time limit?
Well, I mean, that is a good question. Maybe they just felt like you couldn't just sit there and try and break the game, you know, or
Right.
like
Oh, you couldn't just speedrun it?
not just speedrun it, but like you
Get
can
everything.
get everything and like
Yeah.
take all the time you need. Yeah, it's like you know being able to take an SAT like test and like they give you 9 hours or something. You know, it's like I don't know, just like they're challenging you. I mean, I feel like at the end of the day they're trying to challenge you.
Right. I think
Yeah.
it does add a level of just like, this is not a game to dilly-dally.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and let's look at this game a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, look at this movement. He moves his
Look
hands.
already. Yeah, he moves his hand up.
He jumps up when he puts his hand up.
How do you
And
press start? Oh, I can't press start actually. Only you can?
I guess so. Yeah, only the first player can, I think.
That's weird. Huh. But yeah, already like the physics they're really good. Like it's so responsive. Like you can time your jumps like exactly how you want them. Like you make them go exactly where you want.
Right.
It doesn't feel like random or like choppy. I don't know, like I like it. So you could like short hop,
Right.
you know?
Oh yeah, you can short hop.
Yeah.
Right.
And depending on how long you hold it, you've got like some gravity, you know? Like you've got like less gravity.
You're
You
right.
see that?
What the heck?
Yeah.
It's just like what we were talking about earlier by like catching your own home run and jumping in the air.
Yes, yeah.
You know, it's like he's able to do that. He might be the most capable of doing that. So ground pound that one brick over here.
There's no ground pound.
Right. So break this brick. All right. So Gus, let's go through this level, and let's go through it slow. No running. Just take your time through it.
Look, this is what running looks like though. You just like whoa, I'm gonna
He
catch the
looks
ball.
so dopey.
I know. Yeah, I'll run here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's like
Oh yeah,
freaking
you
out.
can't go back.
Oh,
You can't
remember
go
that?
back.
You can't go back.
Yeah.
They added that to the game too.
That's like in real life.
Isn't
Look,
it
it's
kind
like
of a good?
it's true to life.
What's that?
I said it's very true to life. You
It
can't
is
go
right.
back.
It's like once you move forward, you can't go back. Right? It's time moves forward. It's kind of interesting. There is a kind of an allegory there going. I mean, it is true.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go back. You can't change what you did.
Nope.
What's done is done in that time. Once you go past that time.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting.
And it doesn't even feel unfair either. It's like, okay, I understand, you know? Hey, you see that? I turned tiny when I died.
That's weird. Yeah, you do go tiny when you die. And so, did you know that in game lore, the mystery blocks are codes, so you are killing them? Is that true, though? Is that in the thing?
Codes?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they even thought about any kind of lore when they were making this stuff. So look at this. Wow, look at that. I love that graphic of the coin going up. It's like so well done. It's actually better than the mushroom coming out.
It is. Much better. And the brick, too. You really feel like you're destroying it.
Yeah.
But that coin is beautiful.
What's that? The
The
coin?
coin is like
Yeah,
the most
perfect.
beautiful animation so far.
Yeah, right? And so they made these warp pipes, which are kind of cool looking, and they have
Yeah.
all these. They actually have a lot of design to them, like you see the Look at this. Like, there's this kind of cross hatching kind of thing here, and like it's like the light is shining on it, and it's like the best they could do with that. And it's like, honestly, it kind of works. When you really look at it really hard, you start seeing it as separate pieces. But when you kind of just glance at it, you're like, oh, that's like there's light on this side and it's dark on this side.
Yeah, it's like a glare.
Kotaku says that in the game guide it shows the lore and the Bowser turned magic to turn toads into coins, bricks, and mystery boxes.
Oh, okay.
So this is really interesting.
Awkward.
They've kind of repeated some of the stuff here,
Yeah, those clouds look identical.
right? But they kind of,
not that one.
but they reuse it.
You just had to go for it, huh?
Isn't that funny? I just felt the need to go back and kill him.
Yeah. That says more about you.
Now, okay, am I going through this too quickly? A lot here.
There is kind of a lot. How do you feel about the design of those first enemies?
The Goomba.
The Goomba.
What about
And
you
the
already
Koopa
introduced to the
Troopa.
Goomba and you're introduced to the Koopa that has two steps to it.
Oh man, you're getting way ahead of you're getting super ahead.
Yeah, let's look at him for a second. All right? Let's look at him. We have
You're,
appreciate this guy.
you're going too fast.
Look at his movement. Look at his
His legs.
his legs kind of pop in and out of him, but it kind of looks like he's walking. But he's
It
kind
totally
of
looks like he's walking.
he's kind of like a mushroom himself.
Yeah.
Like a mushroom
He
man.
looks like a bad mushroom.
I never even thought about it that way. The Goombas kind of became their own thing to me,
They did.
which is kind of
Look,
interesting.
it's interesting that they're like the size of you right now, too.
Wait, they are though.
Yeah.
What the heck?
You're like a little piece of crap, nothing guy, you know.
Right?
You're
What the
so
heck?
like low to the ground.
Look at that. And then, so the thing is that look, this brown is the same as the brown used for him, and so his rather than his overalls be green like they changed to later, they actually just make, yeah, it's weird, right? Like they actually
Yeah.
just made it brown, and then he's actually like got green other underclothes.
Yeah. And it's the color of his hair, though.
It's the same color. It's like, is it
And
all
his
hair?
shoes. No,
know?
it's not all hair.
Like, look, this hair, it's like he's got just a really hairy body.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, you could say it that way.
But his eyes are also there. You know what I mean? But it all made sense to me. It all still looks like Mario is Mario. It works with this many colors. One color, one for the hands. 1, 2, 3. Wait, it's like brown. 1. Red. 2. Yellow for the buttons. And then
The skin color is also the same as the buttons.
4 colors to make him.
4 colors, right? Yeah.
Yeah. What is also the same as the button?
His skin tone.
Is this skin tone? Is that the same? So it may
It
be
looks-
3. It'd be 3 if it was the same exact color. I thought it was yellow. Is that yellow? Oh my god, it looks yellow, but it's not. It's his color. Oh my
it looks
god.
like his color.
You're right.
So 3 colors?
Right? And they didn't even look, this strap goes all the way up him and this strap doesn't.
Maybe because you're facing?
Whatever way you're facing, it cuts down.
Yeah.
'Cause
Man, he's a little guy, right?
they make him so small. And that mushroom didn't become that distinctive mushroom that it is in later games. Or I don't know when it came out, but at least in Super Mario World, it doesn't look anything like that anymore. That one looks like a true mushroom.
Yeah,
they're yellow.
Maybe in 3. How many colors does he have?
1,
3, right?
2. He has white, green, yellow, peach. 4.
What's peach?
His skin? What color is that?
It's like a mustard yellow.
Yeah, it's like mustard yellow. Yeah.
But like his buttons look like the same color though.
Dude, you could be right, but I don't know. We gotta zoom in.
We have to zoom in. I want to take a picture.
Oh my god.
Did you see that capture taken?
No.
Oh,
Don't
I
take
only
pictures.
saw it on my
Please don't take
screen.
pictures, though. Please no pictures.
He's so little. Look. Oh, I'm so little. Ah.
Hey, whoa, stop speed running. Stop speed running. No running allowed in a not
No
speed
running.
run. Unless it's required to finish the game.
Okay.
Go ahead, try to finish the level. Go for it.
Look at that triple cloud. Oh.
Oh, there was a triple cloud. They combine them to make different stuff, and in that way, each part of the screen looks different.
Yeah.
Cool.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh,
Look at that. You missed this guy. Now look at this.
look at these coins.
Yeah.
They've got like at least 3 frames to them. They're going from light to dark, light to dark, light to dark.
They shimmer in the same way the top one does.
Right, they do.
Ooh, that's a cool sound.
Yeah, it is.
It makes you want to get more. It's like satisfying.
Right? Ding, ding. Like, good job, good job.
Yeah.
Get
Like
more.
a Pavlov dog or something, right?
Literally getting trained. Look at
Yeah.
these bricks. They look
Oh,
like
I
nothing
left.
else in the game.
No. Damn. I
But,
left too
but
soon.
these bricks are here too. They're the same color bricks. They just changed them. But like the design of these looks so different. The design. These look like they're made in like one program. And these look like they're made in another program.
Yeah. I'm sure they used multiple ones.
I don't think they used any programs. I think they literally were just designing it in like hex. They're like each color they're designing it. Go ahead, finish it without any running. Well, look at these.
I like the significance of this, right?
Yeah. What do you
It's
think it
just
means?
cool. It's like-
Do you want to pause here? You want to think about it, or do you want to finish this?
Yeah, pause it.
Okay. So tell me what you think this is. What is this?
Yeah. You don't see it anywhere else, and it kind of like everything else you could kind of find in nature. Like I feel like even the tubes, like you can like find sewer systems and stuff out there.
Right.
But like this just seems like the most man-made thing. Like I don't know, like you're just jumping up and trying to get closer to the sky or something, right? Like
Right.
to like a higher plane, you know?
Higher ground. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Yeah. And,
Like you went through all those obstacles, right?
right. And now
And
you're
now
like
here you
reaching the
are.
top, like you're going to heaven.
Yeah. You're on a different plane now.
Right.
Like, and you're going to a different world. Like this is like the transition.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. It is. It's like you've completed it. Look at you go to the top. It's kind of like in the Olympics when they have the people standing on the different platforms.
Yeah. There's something like uniquely satisfying about like getting to this, you know? It also acts as like a respite, you know, like, oh my gosh, like that level was so hard. But look, in the distance I see the staircase.
Right,
You know?
the stairway
like,
to heaven.
like I'm done. You know, you like subconsciously relax. And you know, you see the flagpole that's gonna show up soon. And it all kind of comes together every single level, you know?
Right, every level
Every
ends
single-
this way.
Yeah.
And with this climb.
Yeah.
And you know what
That's
I'm
cool.
noticing? Look, it's like you know that part of the cap that you could kind of see your forehead in, and that's usually on the back of the cap. It's kind of on the front,
Yeah.
on theirs.
Oh yeah, it is. Good job.
Weird.
Yeah, this reminds me of like some Aztec temple kind of stuff, you know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like you climb up and you're just like closer. You're just closer to just a different astral plane. I don't know what else to call it. Like you're
reaching that next level.
Yeah.
You do literally reach the next level.
And look, you're close to the clouds, you know? It's like at cloud level. So it's, I don't know. It's just, yeah, it deserves a clap. It's
For sure.
cool. It's a cool design.
Very cool.
And I like that we didn't even mention this, but I like that the two characters have names. Like the top left, I just realized it says Luigi.
Oh, it says Luigi. They wrote it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because they could just give no name, right? Like I don't know if they named them in Contra or whatever, but they named them
No,
here.
they don't. Like Jumpman, you know?
Yeah, but they
He's not
have
Jumpman
Mario
anymore.
and Luigi. They wrote it out.
Yeah.
Wow, that's true.
Every man. And like, I'm sure like Italian Americans weren't really being treated that nicely in the 80s, you know?
Yeah, I don't know if everything was over by then. You know what I mean? I think things were just like I think things started to look up for them. You know, movies started to be made about them and stuff like that. But
not that like the Japanese would really have
any kind of an understanding of that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just interesting. Yeah, I'm curious as to why they even chose like those names, this setting. You know, like
it was something to do with somebody who worked in the office. That's why. Somebody who worked in that
Oh, yeah?
Nintendo office. That's why they named them. That's why they named him Mario.
That's cool. Wow. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
I do too.
Oh,
All right.
oops.
Luigi, time up.
Luigi, game over.
Wow, look at that. So
Yeah.
you know the difference between the two of you. All right. Oh, we both lose.
Oh, wait, did you see the top score? It was different.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. It was one of our top scores, even though we didn't even beat the level.
You got through most of the level.
That's cool that it saves it like at the point that you die and not at the end of the level, right?
Right. At least at the point of your gameplay, because you lose.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
feel like the walking is still really fast. Is it me, or is it like the walking is still really fast?
Maybe it feels that way because we're standing for a lot of this.
Yeah. Look at him as I really honestly I like this. I've always liked this less. That when he gets bigger in the NES one, like the style of, like the way they did the design.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I really like I like something about this pussy. He just seems like kind of like I don't know, a little out of it.
In the newer one?
Look like this, like no, when he gets bigger, he seems like kind of like I don't really like him. He doesn't look cool. Like when he's tiny, he looks kind of cool. Like I like him when he's tiny. Whoa, look at that blinking thing. That'll give you like epilepsy, I feel like.
Yeah. Look.
And then they had to do another color swap.
Another one, yeah. Well, how many colors though? Less? No, 3 again.
It's yeah. They put a lot of red in there. This is a weird thing. I don't know why nobody does that, because you can't move and do that at the same time. You can't move to the left or right and do it.
Yeah, no.
It's a weird movement. He looks. I don't know. He looks weird.
So you like how he looks in the Super Mario All-Stars, you're saying?
Yeah, I think he looks pretty cool then. I always loved those graphics. I thought they were timeless.
Some of them I thought, nah.
Like what?
Like, in Super Mario Brothers 3, I feel like he just looks kind of corny when he's, like, big. He's, like, kind of chubby. Like,
That's
they
what I
made
feel
him,
like
like, a
this one
little...
looks like.
They filled him out a little too much. And I like this one. I mean, he just looks kind of simple. Just kind of like a simple, like, farmer or something.
Yeah, right? He does.
Yeah,
though.
like-
He does, though. Oh, I keep forgetting
Just like a
about
guy who works with his hands, you know, very, very blue collar. Like in Super Mario All-Stars, he looks like a chubby little clown or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
He look like I can't take him as seriously. Look at that. You like that?
Whoa! You changed the direction of the way it goes by hitting it. That's
Yeah,
so
you never did that
cool.
before, right?
Forgot about that, dude. I forgot that that's a thing. They work so hard on.
You like that slide? Like,
Hey, whoa! It slides when you press down.
yeah. Cool, right?
Oh my god!
I'm
They
not even
actually
running.
literally made physics for him.
I mean, even just the jump itself is like,
I know it's not like. Remember the jump on the Donkey Kong game? I think that was one of the most frustrating jumps ever.
yeah. And what made me sad is, in Mario Odyssey,
Right.
like the 2D portions of that game, they did not get the physics right of the 2D portions.
It's a
which
little
was
off,
sad.
right?
It's a little off, and maybe they tried improving it and failed, but it just did not work for me. Oh,
And you forget about the music because you're so involved, but it's there all the time. And it's not
Yeah.
repetitive, and you don't get tired of it.
no. Oh, you go full tiny?
There we go. That's what I like to see. I like it like that.
You like that?
Yeah.
You like them little, right?
Okay.
Let's see.
This is on YouTube, Gus.
No, I like him little. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's like a little dude. Whoa!
Reminds me of the movie Big Daddy.
Look! Just look at Mario. That'll
All
give
the
you
colors,
epilepsy.
dude.
All the colors. They use all the. Oh,
The speedrunner wouldn't miss that, dude.
no.
Dude, what happens then? For some reason they like turn like invisible for a second. They turn into Hollow
Not
Man.
those. Holograms?
Hollow Man. Remember the movie Hollow Man?
Yeah. Oh, nothing in there.
It's the mushroom that makes you slim in the game. Yeah, there's no mushroom that does that. Why mushrooms?
I don't know. Maybe lore guy over here. Oh my gosh, I jumped in between them. You saw that?
Right?
They left just enough space.
You like look
For
where
me to-
the game has a checkpoint.
Yeah. I like that it doesn't tell you either.
It didn't tell you. Yeah, it's not like you made the checkpoint. It's just like when you come back, you're like, oh, that's nice that I got there. Look how
Yeah.
much I know about this game. I just know that to do that. That's how much I've memorized this game. That's how much I've played this game. Right? Whether you know the warp pipe to go through. Why is this game not boring yet?
I don't know. It's just it works. It's catchy. It feels fair. It's nice to look at. I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
Right? I kind of like taking it. Like it's actually, I actually enjoy it less when I'm just kind of like running it. Like because I've done that so many times when I beat this game.
Yeah.
But like actually like going like kind of slower right now and just kind of like walking like and not running it. And just be like, I gotta finish this really quick. And like just kind of like looking. Like look at this spot. Oh, you can fall to your death over here. All these holes in the
Or
earth.
not.
Like you know those holes in the earth that you come across in real life
Yeah.
that fall.
You find that in nature.
What's that? Nature?
You find that in nature.
Pitfall.
Pitfall. Remember that game, Pitfall?
Doesn't that game that game has like doesn't have a variable jump, right? Like this game?
I don't remember.
Jumping is just so much fun in this game. Look at that jump. Don't you just wish you could do that all the time? Like
Yeah.
you're just honestly when you get out and you go into the real world and you start jumping around, you're just disappointed with how high you can jump.
It's not the same.
There's a
Oh.
skull on this.
Yeah.
That music.
You got the firework too.
What does that mean?
Oh.
Does that not always happen?
No, you gotta like land it at a specific time or something. I don't remember.
Oh wait, I still get to play?
Yeah.
So
It's until you die.
So this game feels like a completely different level, but they've just color swapped a lot of it is just color swap, but the feel is completely different.
Wait, let's talk about the flagpole though.
Oh, the flagpole. We should have paused it.
Yeah, I'm not playing. You slide down it, which is cool. Like you're like a firefighter or something, you know?
Right. It's like a sliding down the pole.
Yeah, like, and there's a little flag on top, like a white flag, you know?
Right.
And you're like, I want peace, because that was what that means in the lore. It's like, I want peace.
Wait, really?
No, I don't know, but it's just cool. Like, it's something to aim for. You always try to like get to the top of the flagpole.
Right.
And I wonder why. Like, I don't know. Like, why is that satisfying to try and jump it?
Why is
and
it?
They purposely they make like the top of the Mayan thing, you know, the staircase small enough that it's awkward to try and jump it as high as possible. But I don't know. Is it just the points you get? Is that what makes it satisfying? You get more points, or
like,
is it something else?
I mean, doesn't it feel good to when you hit the top of that flagpole and you're like, woo, I did it, and because you only get this one chance when you finish a level, and like so when you get to that top of there, it feels so good. You're like, oh my god, I made it to the top. This happened so little. I get one chance. You get one shot. You out or something. M&M or something. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. And already you're high up. It kind of feels like you're bungee jumping or something, right?
Oh,
you're like up there.
Like you're already you could jump really high. This game kind of gives you this. It's kind of a superhero like a little bit experience because you jump so high.
Yeah, you do.
That's why they call him Jumpman, because he really jumps. Like nobody could do that. Like a human can't jump like that.
I know, and it's funny that they pointed out in all the Paper Mario games and Super Mario RPG.
How do they point it out?
They call Mario like the master jumper or whatever. Like that's what he's known for in the Mushroom Kingdom. Is like the guy who could jump really well. Yeah, it's really funny.
Isn't it funny that platformer games just made jumping just like that's not a part of their identity, is like being able to jump like that? You know?
Yeah.
Like in Sonic, it's like not a part of his identity, but actually he could jump pretty high too.
Mm-hmm. But Mario, that's all Mario has really, outside of like, you know, I don't count power-ups because
no, you don't. He's a jumper.
No. He is a jumper himself, you know? Like, you don't power up and get the jump power.
No, but that's what makes him powerful. And his jump doesn't actually ever improve. Like, you could just jump higher if you do a running jump. Man,
exactly.
What a great feeling this was, to feel that you could break to the top and then walk to the top.
Yeah. I think this game makes it a point to be high up. Like, right? It's just always safer up high. Oh my
god, there's this, like, theme about getting higher. Like, can you take me higher? Right? It is all about going up, up, up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And never looking back, because look at this. That's not going anywhere there. Can't go back.
Go. Exactly. It's a lot of fun, yeah. It's cool. And it's fun just jumping around to get there.
Do you think it's interesting that you can't go if you're... Look at... Okay, I'll try the Gus method. Ah, oh, come on! I want to speed run this. You guys, you're ruining my speed run. If I don't do that, if I don't press the run button, I can't do it. Hey!
Hey!
Dude, I broke it, dude. Dude, I broke the game, dude.
Damn.
Oh, I appreciated the game too much.
Yeah.
They don't want you to appreciate it, though. They're like, you're gonna die, memento mori.
I love these colors, though. This, like, cool blue.
Me too. What a great palette, right?
Yeah, and, like, the Goombas themselves are the same color. So they feel like, you know, especially underground.
Right, it feels like it's dark down here.
Yeah, it does. Look, no more blue skies, no more misshapen clouds, you know?
This is completely like, now you're down in...
You're black. Look,
it doesn't even make any sense. Why does he die when the time runs out? There's no explanation, but you accept it. You accept it.
Yeah.
Tell me if you want to pause that, or I will pause. And if you can't pause. Look at this.
Okay.
Man. Wow, that 200, you get that. Dun, 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 dun.
Look at this Koopa Troopa. We didn't talk about this guy.
Yeah, look at him. He's such a
He's
cool
just-
character. I always thought Koopas were so cool.
Yeah, they are cool. They're still cool.
Yeah, I thought they were really interesting characters. I always like playing as them.
Look, new animation. When they die. Or, well, I guess not really. They just flip over.
Did they not before?
I mean, they didn't, but they didn't really animate them any different way. They just flip upside down. Whoa. I'm not dying this time. Oh, I gotta get him. But yeah, the deep, dark underground, there's like no light down there. It's all, the background is entirely pitch black.
Right. No.
That's cool. No
baby
greenery. Nope. Alright, I'm not gonna run.
clouds. No running, remember?
Whoa.
Slow run.
Got him.
So the number is going up. The number goes up. The flag goes down. It's green. It's got this nice little shimmery part right here. This little part right here. So you know the light is shining on it from this kind of angle. It gives us a kind of a 3D effect.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And then he runs in the castle. He's like safe.
It's like, I did it. I saved this castle. And you see
Yeah.
that they gave up. They put up a white flag. And then they go
Oh, look,
down
now he's
this
gotta
thing.
keep going.
I just always wonder why there's a top one here.
I don't know.
This is great music. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah.
You feel this. You kind of feel this kind of da-na-na-na-na-na. You kind of feel like you're kind of like on a step, like you're in. You really do feel like you're underground. I don't know, like a stealth mission or something.
It's like staccato, like na 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 na.
Almost like how you feel like when you're down there.
Yeah. It's like spooky down here.
Yeah, it's a little bit spooky. It's like you can't really convey spookiness on a game like this, but you feel like it. You feel like.
Yeah. You missed this guy. Look at that guy.
Look at the way it bounces up and down.
Yeah, it is pretty cool.
Wow, look at that. I never did that before. Wow, look at the way you're. Like, it's so breakable. Like, this game invented breakableness, Gus.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know if other
Look at
games
that.
had it before, but this did this before Fortnite did this, and before every other game had breakable environments.
I know. Look, I could just break all this, and you're like curious, like what am I gonna find here? You know?
Right, exactly. Like, and a part of you, like, I know that I played this game so many times that, like, I've broken everything before.
Yeah, me too. Like everything I could possibly
Everything
get
I
my hands on.
on. Dude, this is our legacy.
Super Mario Brothers.
It really is, though. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. That's why it's so important to do a slow run, because we're so attached.
We are.
I really do love it, though. I love it so much. Look at that.
Yes.
So you have, and you look exactly the same as Mario right now. Look at that, you found something, Gus. What a feeling.
I did.
What a feeling. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. There's this episode of Mr. Rogers where he plays Donkey Kong on arcade. It's like, this is
Okay.
a video game. Kinda reminds me.
This is a video game.
He's like, this is a video game. And it's Fred Rogers. It's Mr. Rogers playing a video game. Like, wow, look at that. They jump up. Look at them. They got spotted. They're kind of spotted.
Yeah.
And,
That looks scary as hell.
yeah, right? I always got scared of them.
Oh no. Oh, time.
Oh! Smelling the roses for too long. That always was the joke, right? There's a joke about you, right? Like, oh, Gus appreciates life too much.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, look at Gus. He appreciates life too much. Look at that, I missed it because I changed it. You always know that every time you did that when you were a kid, you were like, you hated yourself for a little bit.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. You were too busy appreciating it, right?
Yeah. I called it a happy mistake.
This is a little happy trees, happy mistakes. Gotcha. We're gonna become the PBS of Twitch.
Look
Nope.
at that.
No one is gonna watch her. Wow, I got the game over.
Damn, you got to do that all over again.
But I want to. That's the problem. And that's what makes it so addictive.
Look, I like that I can stand here, right? Don't hurt me.
Isn't that great? Isn't that great? The
Yeah.
hitbox, Gus. Come on, hitboxes. Come on, use the term. Hitbox, remember? Hitbox.
Hitbox.
Get the hitbox.
Whoa. I like that they just fall off, right?
Yeah.
You like that?
I do like that.
They just walk off the edge.
Look at these girders falling from the. They're like, this is what we're doing to the earth. We're throwing these girders down.
I
One
know.
of these blocks does something.
Yeah, this one.
Wow.
I got the mushroom. Mushroom goes really good with food. What happens if I just stay? Oh, look at that.
Wait, I actually really like. Wait, how'd you do that? I thought you die.
No,
Wait,
apparently
you don't die
not.
when you do this?
Guess not.
We are playing this on the Switch, Elephant. 1990. Elephant 1990, we are born in the 1990s. We are doing a slow run, which means it's very boring. And we're about to go see the secret war pipes, you can, I think, or whatever Gus wants to do. Whatever you want to do, Gus. Nataku mentioned the war pipes, and he never had a console, so
Yeah. Look, I like that I'm like blocking my own name, right? Isn't that kind of cool?
Wait, you are! Why is that?
It feels. Yeah, I
The
feel like
foreground there.
I'm
Look
like
at
breaking the
that.
fourth
That's-
wall.
That is fascinating, isn't it? Look at that.
Yeah. It kind of tips you off that like what's coming is like, you know, a unique experience for me. You know, like it's like something not part of the normal flow.
Right.
Right.
You broke the game. You speed
Yeah.
runned the game. You speed run it. It's a speed runner. You're a speed runner.
Look at this, right?
Look at this, Gus. And inadvertently, you could beat the game. We could beat the game tonight by going to 4. Look at that.
Let's go to 4.
Go to
4,
4.
3, 2. What do you want?
Go to 4. No. Whoa. Gus. In honor of the slow run, which one should you go to? Yes. There you go.
Not much of a secret there, right?
No, I mean, if you thought you're like, if you could do whatever you want, like in honor of it, though. We have to honor thy name. And
You're right.
don't make sure you don't have any idols.
Look at these things. What the hell are these things?
Oh, everybody
Right?
wanted us to go to 4. Those are trees.
Really?
Those are trees that are built that go up. That go up.
What about this fence? This one like little. Look at this little green part over here. It's just like sticking out.
It's like popping out. It's like,
Yeah. It's just in the background.
right. Incredible.
Wow. Look at this.
It's like it's literally like shooting fish in a barrel. Right there.
Yeah. See, look. I feel like I missed out on something here. Oh,
Right, that's how I
fuck.
feel. I was just gonna say that to you. I was like, do you feel like smashing that?
Is there more
Hulk
secrets here?
smash. Hulk smash.
Oh man, I don't know. That's all I got. I can't figure this out.
Why are we still
I'm gonna
not
keep
tired
going.
of Novas? There's no new enemies, but I'm still not tired of them. But in other
Because
games,
we got this fence. That's why. Look at this fence. That's why.
oh my god, look at Petey Piranha. He's like not even Petey Piranha yet.
Oh, I just killed him. But he looked different from the basement PD Piranha, right?
Yeah, right. His color palette to make it look like it's underground.
Also, his
why
name
would
is
it be
just
the same
Piranha
color?
Plant, okay?
What's that?
His name is just Piranha Plant.
Oh, sorry, Piranha Plant. That's in the lore. Sorry.
Yeah, Petey Piranha is one specific boss enemy in Mario Sunshine.
Sorry.
Okay, look, I got 1,000 points for getting the flower while having the flower.
Right. Which they're rewarding you for it, because they're like, we can't give you anything. What do you want? Two things? In games now, they'd be like, imagine if this was a current game. You would stand still, and you would regain health.
Yeah.
You'd be like, you get knocked out, you lose the thing. What?
Oh, look at that.
Wait, that actually did surprise me.
Oh, the floating diapers. You like these floating diapers?
Dude, if you were doing a speed run, you would skip this and speed run.
Look at this. Look, I'm on.
They always reminded me of teeth, dude. Of teeth.
Teeth?
Yeah, like someone's teeth, like molars.
No,
Wait,
I
good
think
job.
of floating diapers.
Wait,
Look,
why
they look
did
like diapers. Because I ran out of time.
Wow. How are you
There's
feeling
no,
about?
there's no lollygagging. What?
How do you feel about the slow run, Gus? What is your feeling in regards to it? How do you feel about it? Is it fun for you? Like, that's what matters. Because nothing matters but that, really.
Yeah, it's fun to kind of dissect one of the most important games of all time.
Yeah, maybe sit with them for a little bit, just kind of like how we sit with these beautiful albums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to reflect. Yeah, especially because this game will hold a special place in my heart forever, you know, being my first game. Yeah, it's nice.
Look,
It
when you
feels
walk, you can see
necessary.
the back of his overalls. Look, you can't see it any other time. Only when you walk.
The overalls?
Yeah, you can see the back of his overalls.
Oh, yeah. Whoa, what was that?
No, I like it too. I like just like a slow walk through the game. Like, honestly, like, it just feels like it reminds me of a slow walk through, like, the actual world. Like where you're just kind of like letting yourself take in stuff a little bit, you know? It's like,
Yeah,
but you don't realize how much of it you've memorized.
I know. I know exactly where everything is now
You've
in this first level.
The thing is like, you couldn't write it out. Like, if you had to draw it out, you couldn't, like, draw out everything and where it was. Maybe you could get close, but, like, you do know, just, like, inadvertently, you could almost play this game with your eyes closed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's the beginning of starting speedrun, and that's why I want you to get into speedrunning. The whole point of this is to get you into it with the idea that we should become the top speedrunners in the world. Because there's no competition.
Well, let's get to practicing.
Yeah, okay. I'm a speedrunner, dude. Like, yo, this is what people do. They're speedrunning. This is how people play Mario 64. Right? They do this. They'll do, like, some crazy move. They'll do this. They'll shoot here. They'll... Right? You know, do a quick, like... Like, I remember when I would play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and, like... you could shoot 2 shots with Mega Man, like 2 consecutive quick shots. If you jump first, if you do a quick jump and you do a double shot, that's what someone would do to me. He'd go, and
Oh my gosh.
like, just to get it, like, you know what I mean? It's like, stop it, dude. Like, stop.
Like, for a 1% hit point.
Right? Seriously, this is like what people do, dude. Dude, literally, that's what people live for, dude. Like, I swear to God, I really feel like if you die and you think that that is the point of life, is doing that, like, yo, I think you've really missed out, dude. I really think
Keep
that
going,
maybe
keep going.
I dilly-dally too much. I was speedrunning, Gus. You saw me jumping, like I do the jump, like jump.
I know.
Isn't that
Yeah, I
speedrunner?
think yeah, you're right. You're like these anti-Ferris Bueller types who don't know what life's all about, you know?
Well, first of all, you talk to them and they don't like movies, right? They're like, I hate movies. And you're like, what? And you're like, have you listened to an album ever? And they're like, what's an album? And you're like, all right, I'm done with you. Don't talk to me anymore.
Yeah. I can't relate, right?
I cannot relate. Oh, God, what a great song.
Is that what it's called? I cannot relate.
It's called I Get Paper, because he's so rich.
Oh.
I'll get the lyrics. Drake, I get paper. I'll do the lyrics.
I like Drake.
I get it's a song by this one other guy, Kevin Cossum, and it's really good. It sounds nothing like any other Drake song. I get okay, here it is. I hear my phone ringing when you call. I ain't picking up and entertaining them all. Got your girls. Oh, oops, I can't say that one. While you and all your homeboys hang at Lenox Mall. I cannot relate. Riding with some tags I got from out of state. Riding with a swag I got from outer space. Just show me who's the hottest. I'm gonna knock him out of place.
That sounds,
he's saying, while you're
good.
doing all this other stuff, I'm doing this other. I can't relate to you, because he said he's with a girl and you're hanging at the mall with your friends. But So Nataku says good night, Nataku. Thanks for sticking around for this super slow run.
Good night, Nat.
It is honestly, it's actually easier for me to talk. I feel like, because you're not running. You know what I mean? It's not, you're not so focused on just getting to the end of the level that I feel like it works with like kind of gameplay commentary a lot more. Because I can like think for a second and joke for a second. You know?
Yeah. It's easier. It is easier.
Much easier, dude. I'm not like stressed out like, oh my god, I gotta like say it. It's like, look, you're going slow enough where I can comprehend what's happening and I can articulate that fast enough to say out loud.
Yeah.
You know? It's like,
I like it.
I like it, dude. I do too. To me, I think it adds a new. I'll never be able to. I'll be able to play this game over and over. And like when I show this game to other people, like if there's a kid that ever plays with me, I'd be like, oh look, there's this game is like there's so much to it. Like there's so much to it, and I feel like I treat games like I could be very throwaway with music, with games, with movies, because I'll treat them as throwaway, just like I do with people.
It's easy to.
It's easy. It really is.
It is. Yeah.
It really is easy. Gus, we were just talking about treating people like crap. Dude. We were literally talking about dehumanizing people. And
Well, when?
just when we were hanging out earlier, and how easy it is to. Oh, that feeling of that miss. Like you feel it, dude.
Yeah, it's
And
awesome.
it kind of, it's just like you go in and then boom, and you're like, I like that. Look at you go. Wow, and so they changed this level, so it's completely different now. You are jumping on trees now. Now you're jumping on the canopy.
Yeah, that's cool, right?
It is cool.
I'm still in World 1.
It's got turtles and mushrooms, and I don't know, I always had a fascination with turtles when I was younger too. Like I always loved turtles. Like I really wanted a turtle as a pet, and I'm sure that this and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which we both are fans of, have a place in it.
Yeah. Look, I can't even do this. Look at this.
You can't go back, Gus.
I know.
It's like the line in Lost. You gotta go. We can't go back. We gotta go back. We have to go back. And look at this. This turtle flies, Gus. He can fly. And in order to jump somewhere, you actually use him to jump on him to get to the other side.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you did that in real life with a flying animal? Like, oh man, here's a bat. He's got corona. I'm gonna jump on his head to get to this other roof. Right? And
Uh-oh.
oh, it burns. And look at that transparency that you get when you get hit. So, and that gives you that invincibility for those few seconds, so you don't just like instantly die as soon as you get hit. You know?
Yeah.
Like, and you can't take repeated damage. Like, it's an invincibility phrase. I feel like I'm talking speedrunner talk, but like, it's because we're taking it slow. It reminds me. Okay, here. This is what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Alex Honnold in Free Solo when he takes his time and maps out his way he's going, how to jump up the mountain.
Oh yeah.
That's what it reminds me of what we're doing.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, I feel like it's necessary to break things down if you really want to understand them,
Right?
like in a meaningful way. Uh-oh.
Ah!
Look at the time.
Look at how big this castle is. With each world, it's getting bigger, but it's not necessarily translating. Like when it's 4, it's 4 cents. Do you hear that music?
Look at this.
Very
It's classic, right?
very almost classical music. I don't know what song that is, but you hear that the other keyboard.
Yeah. It's cool.
The bass, and then
It reminds me of electric guitar. That's
Yes.
what it reminds me of.
Yes, right. Kind of like almost like a but it's so many notes. It's so fast.
It is so fast. This really plants the pressure on you too, right?
It does.
A tune like this.
It's so funny because this is static right here, but you are definitely afraid of it. More afraid of that than you are of falling down a pit in a normal Mario level.
Yeah, yeah. And it doesn't even make a difference whether it's filled in or not, you know? That's just added for aesthetic, right?
Right.
Because
Right, it
if
is.
you're if you're at this point right here, you're done for already. Like this might as well just all be black. But
Right.
I mean,
They give it this feeling that it's just like they give it more dimension. And look
yeah,
at
it's cool.
and look at these blocks that they made. They have this color to them. They have this one white outer rim. They almost look like not NES graphics. Some of the stuff
Yeah.
looks better than NES graphics should be, like the coin animation when you get a coin.
Yeah, like look at the whites. Look at one individual block, and the strip. It's like white, and if you follow this line out
Right.
at the top, like the left and top part of the square, it's like
Right.
an outline of white.
Right.
It gives it like that shimmer effect.
It
which is
totally
really nice.
does. It totally does.
Yeah.
Makes it shiny, like a shiny Pokemon, like the kids say. Shiny Pokemon.
Jeez. I mean, just look appreciate how intimidating this all looks, right?
Extremely intimidating. That's what the lava, I think, gives to it. I think that the lava makes it intimidating. And the stark, like, kind of, like, prison-like, I don't know, castle. Like, look at this.
Yeah, I feel like a POW or something, you know?
Okay. Yes.
It's crazy.
Okay.
Damn, it's 26 seconds. I don't think I can make it.
Let's try.
I'm not gonna rush.
No.
Oh, I think I can make it.
This reminds me of one of our friends' race tests.
Yeah.
You know, that's the first time you've died in a long time. I haven't played in a while, which is really cool, because that's how punished you get for dying in this game. It's like,
Yeah.
you did.
You gotta catch up, son.
I'm so
But
far
not too
behind.
quickly.
But they let you be, right? They just let you be. They're like, oh, he's far behind. Whatever, we're not gonna catch him up. Like now they put a bubble like on the screen so you can catch back up on the new Super Mario Brothers.
I know. This game is just like, oh, okay, you suck? Alright. Stay in your suck.
Stay in your suck. It's like you never get ahead. This is like classism.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that.
You don't know about that? About classism?
No. I don't know about that. Let's not talk about that right now.
Look at like the way the numbers change. They change so fast that it's like a slot machine. Like, grrrr.
Yeah, it's a little manic, right?
Yeah, it's like it's filling up quick.
Big money, big money.
What? Stop!
I love how you have 23,000 points and you're only on level 2, right?
What do you
Doesn't that look such a huge number?
Yeah, right. What do you think of the fact that they go in those denominations? They never go in the ones.
I mean, to me, that's just like to inflate, like,
Yeah, it's
your
inflation,
accomplishments. Yeah.
right? Because no one wants. It's like I got 24,000 in the game, but it's like that's because there's no one. You know,
Yeah.
it's not like basketball where it makes sense that there's one because the ones don't count as much because they're free throws. It's like
Exactly.
no, it's like they're totally inflated. Basketball scoring makes sense. I'll tell you that. But they're trying to make it sound
does.
like. I think the lowest you can get is 100. Like they literally put a digit in there for like an entire unit. What is that called? Whatever. The ones place doesn't get used though.
Yeah. I guess a unit, yeah.
Yeah, it's something. It's called a hundredths place, whatever. The ones place doesn't get used. They don't like you never hear decimals as a high score. You know what I mean?
No, no.
Ooh, I got 0.1 on this. And they don't want to use decimals in basketball, so that's why they don't use it there. But here, they're just totally. It's all about inflation. Ah!
Yeah, it totally is. Oh, that's some smooth flying, Fox.
So, little bit of a memory here that's coming back right now. So my roommates used to slam the door shut that begins with an E when I used to play this game because I get very loud when I play it and I yell when I lose, or I say like I yell when I lose or I yell. I'm very like I used to play very manically. Like I used to play like this. Like I would always hold the run button, and like people used to describe my play in college. Like when I used to play this game, they say, "John, you play that game like I play it well, but like very manically." You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's pretty funny. Yeah, you have like these little yips and yelps.
Yeah, I definitely do. So I'll see 3 while since you're seeing 2.
C3PO.
That's what I look like. They say I look like him, right? Oh, look at these guys. This is a snow place. This is cool.
Yeah.
This is cool.
It is.
Dude, I love this game.
It gets the job done.
What's that?
It gets the job done. Like, look at these chrome-plated tubes.
Oh my god, they look so good.
Yeah.
Dude, okay, look. I never fulfilled my dream or whatever of becoming a game designer. But it's almost like, why would I have to? Because they already made, like, it's almost like saying, like, what makes me feel a little better about not doing it? It's like, they already made it, though. It's like, oh, I want to become a Mona Lisa maker, right? It's like, well, they already made the Mona Lisa. They don't need you to do it. They need you to do other stuff. That's why they don't pay you to do that.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta be a big boy for this area.
You really do, though. It makes you feel bad. This is classism.
It does. Stop saying that word.
Look at the trees. They're covered in snow.
I know.
I love this game.
Goombas.
Look at these 3 guys coming at you, dude. It's scary. It's like they're coming at you.
It's like a little mob.
I'm no comment. Look at this bridge. Look at this bridge.
Yeah, I like that bridge. That was unnecessary. The water's unnecessary.
But it's the same as the lava. It's the same design.
Yeah, it is.
Look at that. That's
I didn't
so
notice
cool.
that. Mm-hmm. That is cool.
This game is so fun. I'm having so much fun playing.
Yeah. Whoa, you racked up the points there.
You can. Oh, this guy. Ah! Oh my god, this game this always scared me when I was a kid.
I know.
I have to kill them because they caused me so much grief when I was a kid.
The hammer brother.
Oh my gosh, they were so scary, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta time your jump because there's a way you can jump with the jump on that springy thing, which is a new mechanic in the game, by the way, that they introduced just now.
There's actually a thing in that you just passed.
Oh, what is it?
Like to follow a vine up.
Oh, is there it?
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna make the time anyway. But that was a cool
No,
level, man. Dude, I just love this game. I can't wait to play Metroid, like, next week. Dude, I cannot wait to see that game and hear that music. And just appreciate that game, too. Oh, God, these games are so good.
You like that?
That was funny. That was funny.
Now I'm shrimpy guy.
Do you feel...
That's so cool. Look how that thing's animated. It's
It's
cool,
really
right?
well done. Like, they're spinning fireballs. fireball, and they've actually like stuck with these things. They've been used for generations now
Yeah.
in other games. All these other games use these same basic ideas. They're not basic. It's like a pillar of fireballs that are flying around. Yeah.
Yeah. I love how limits, like how you can jump and stuff, you know?
So much so. It makes you have to actually like be calculating on a much different level. And look at his fireball.
Yeah. I know.
Bowser's.
He is.
He is.
Wait, mate. Oh no, I thought I reached him? That's it?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Good luck.
Oh boy.
Look at him. He looks crazy, dude.
Yeah, he looks insane.
Dude, I don't know how you missed that one. Woo!
I'm really good at this game.
Woo! Whoa, look at you go.
Watch. Oh, you saw
Holy
that?
crap, Gus, you're crazy!
Oh, no.
You feel it, right?
That
How
thing
do you
blocked
feel
me.
that pain after so many years you're not desensitized to that pain of losing to him?
Yeah, he looks.
Almost 30
Like-
years old!
I know.
Oh my god!
He got hammered.
And literally the game
Hammer,
says, don't
bro.
play anymore. Go home. Go home.
Go home. Well, I got one life left. I got
Gus-
one man.
Okay. Well, good luck with this. Gus, do you feel any compulsion to play the Mario Maker game? Compulsion.
No. I mean, look, I got to play them a lot. The first one.
Yeah.
And I loved it. It was really good. Really good. But, I don't ever want to create anything. I just want to play the ones people make.
Right. I think that's how I would feel too.
Yeah, I'm not... Maybe it would be fun to create one with a friend.
That's what it's
Once. But it was just a lot of fun to try out all these new ones, you know?
But you don't have a compulsion like I need to play Mario Maker.
No, I mean, if I had it, I would play it and I would enjoy it, but I don't have a compulsion. I mean, it'd be fun. It's a fun game. And a
It's
really...
not better than Metroid.
It's like... No, it's not. But it's good. I mean, what do you
good,
think?
though.
Do you like it?
I've never played it. But I've had no compulsion to play it. Dude,
I
I never
think
had it, and if someone else had it, I'm sure I would like it. That's all.
I think you would like it. And I think we both would have a lot of fun playing it.
Oh, really?
Seriously. Yeah. Whoa!
Whoa! Oh my god, that's awesome!
I beat him.
Look at how big this guy is, dude. He's huge!
Yeah.
He can
Look at
eat
that
you,
diaper.
dude. Your princess is
he could
another
eat
guy.
me.
It says it so quick.
I know. You saw that castle looming in the background?
No?
No, but like before? Like
Oh,
I
yeah,
just,
yeah. Huge one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool that it shows you exiting it, right?
Yes, it is. It feels epic.
It's like a... Yeah, it does feel epic.
Like you conquered it.
Like... Yeah.
Is there another warp pipe like that later in the game? Or no? Oh, there is. To get to like 8, 9, 10 or whatever.
Yeah. I don't really remember where it is, though.
You know, I've never
You?
played the game without the warp pipes. I've never played every single level. Just played it like a human.
No? Oh, you should.
The
It's
molars.
fun. What?
Yeah, I'm sure I would have a blast. I was trying to speedrun it, dude. You know me, old speedrunner John. Terrible at everything in life. Let's try doing something you have to be extremely good at.
It's funny. Now that you mentioned Mario Maker, I want to buy it just so you can try it with me because I think we'd have a lot of fun together.
I think
with
we'd
it.
have a blast. But
Yeah, I think we would.
should wait till
It plays
post-corona.
on nostalgia. Huh?
Post-corona play, because I don't think it has online.
It does.
You can play together online?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Really?
Look. Yeah. Google it. Google it. Go on
Co-op
Google
play.
and look. What?
It doesn't have co-op play. Can I watch you play like I watch you play this game?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, watch me play? Like, I think we could work on one together online.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Which is the same thing. That's what you can watch me create it. You know? So yeah.
That's amazing.
Look at this.
Everybody always complains about water levels, except for in a Mario game.
Yep.
Because they're
Look
fun.
at that enemy.
He's scary, though. These levels were so hard to me.
Yeah. He moves like so erratically, right?
Yeah, that's what it is. The randomness. Dude, look
Yeah.
at these. Dude, look. They completely changed the level graphics down here. And they had coral.
Yeah. What's his name? Blooper, right?
Blooper is one boss in Mario Sunshine.
Look. Oh, I'm being sucked in.
It's like being like playing like the water levels. It's kind of like a dream level because you're getting to finally kind of go anywhere for a little bit.
Yeah.
Up, down, anywhere, down the pit. And it's like there's a new challenge. The challenge of kind of you're kind of flying.
You're flying. Look at these cheeps.
I think that's why people love. Is that what they're called? YouTube. I think that's why people love like the idea love swimming. It kind of is like the closest thing we'll ever get to flying.
Yeah. But you don't know how to swim, right?
What?
You don't know how to swim, right?
I know. I'm an expert doggy paddler.
I love this water level. Look at this. I feel like I'm in a carnival.
I know the music is like.
I'm in a carnival. Like this, look at
You
this.
can't even get out of the water. And it's so scary to think you're gonna fall to the bottom of the ocean. But like, what is the real danger in falling to the bottom of the ocean in real life? I mean,
You died.
But why is he so heavy? He doesn't float.
I don't know. Look, we're back to the pillar. I mean the staircase.
Dude, this is a metaphor, dude. I'm never gonna forget this now. You made me think it's like some kind of metaphor, but like, this is like, it's some kind of religious metaphor, dude. I'm gonna find this like in the Bible written somewhere in Revelations.
I think of Jacob's ladder a lot. Oh, I'm still playing.
What's Jacob's ladder? You made a ladder to heaven?
Oh my god. Look.
This
Look
level
at
is crazy, dude. When I would play this level, I would freak out, dude. I'd be screaming. That's why I used to hear slams down my room.
Really?
Slam! Oh my god, they slam the door because I'd be screaming, dude, while these things jumping up and down. They're fish and they're jumping in the air and they're gonna kill you. What is Jacob's ladder?
Jacob's ladder. There's this guy Jacob in the Old Testament.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can't even look at this. This is so crazy.
I know, just take it in, just get through it. Look at it, it's crazy. Look at it's just kind of like the bloopers you were dealing with. Ah!
Oh. This is nuts. Look. Look at all these. Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's
Look
so
at all these-
tense, dude. They're just flying at you.
I know. That
was-
is a level meant to run through.
Awesome.
You're running away from these. Yeah.
That was sick. That was such a fun slow run. I love just taking my time and playing that game with you. That was so much fun. It was so fun to me to just take our time and be able to talk while we're playing. To me, it's the only way that you can talk together and play a game. It's like normally, imagine if we just like called each other. Like imagine if this wasn't streaming. First of all, no one's watching us right now. Okay, and
Okay.
not that I don't kind of like that. All right, I kind of don't need people watching us all the time. It's gonna be put on YouTube. It's gonna be there forever now. That's what I kind of like. You know what I mean? I like that feeling. Oh, it's already done. So another episode created. Done. Episode 1, Mario, done. Move on. And who cares if anybody watched? That's why I could turn off chat. I could literally just record this and upload it to YouTube later. But it's easier to just stream it to YouTube. And
Yeah.
And that's it. Stream it. It's on YouTube. We create episode 1, just like Joe Rogan Experience. He goes live. He does the podcast. End it. Done. It's up. Go on to the next. You know.
That's a good way to do it.
You know, save it forever. Whatever. I could turn off chat. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know. And let's say it was just me and you, and we were just playing games together. We might just kind of play, like, you know, we would just be like, let's finish it. But we never get the chance to just sit with it. And we get to talk more and, like, joke around more often, which is cool.
Yeah, I enjoyed this. This was nice and relaxing.
Relaxing, right? Not tense. Not like, I got to do this, I got to do that. I really think next week we got to do Metroid. Got to do Metroid.
Let's do Metroid. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait for that game. I'm so excited for Metroid.
Not Super Metroid, right? Metroid.
Let's check right now.
Or are both titles on it?
Let's find out.
Okay. Man, that cheap level, that was crazy. Like, I just finished the water level. Like, I did a snow level, then a water level, then a cheap fly fishing level, you know?
It was crazy. It was literally crazy. It was like you did the
NES, okay.
So they have the Metroid. So you can just see all the games that are here. So many games. Lost Levels. Whew, this is hard, but definitely worth it.
I know.
But it was definitely worth it. Cool game though. Definitely.
Look how chubby he is though, right?
Oh yeah. I like him. I like that. He's big though.
He's big though. Double Dragon 2? Nice.
Yeah, we could play that.
Yeah, wow.
That would be fun, right? They have River City Ransom. Dude, they have so many games. Why do you have to buy any games anymore? Look at these games. River City Ransom. Double Dragon.
I used to own Double Dragon.
That was a great game, man. I used to play that. But I think I played it in some Super Nintendo game version, I think. Metroid, this password pack, and then Metroid Special Edition, I think you start off with all the powers. I don't want that.
You do?
Yeah. The SP editions, or you start off with all the powers. They have that for Zelda, too.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
You start off with everything.
What's SP, though? Special?
Yeah, Special Edition. And then you start out with everything. So, like, to make the game, like, more play... it's true, though. It, like, kind of helps people... Like, because people who are not used to that kind of difficulty will not play it. They'd be like, what is this? But if they got to play it with that... having everything, they'll get to, like, appreciate it more. So, there's a lot of games here. So, let's go to... I'll show you Super Nintendo. You have it installed, right?
Yeah. Oh, so should I jump out?
Yeah, jump out and then jump into... And I can tell you what we have on Super Nintendo. But they have some good games. They have RPGs, dude. Like, full-fledged RPGs. Breath of Fire, I think 1 and 2. Which is cool. That's like a long game. That's a lot of game.
Yeah.
So Breath of Fire 2. Hold on. I'll make it online. You can join my online.
I accidentally hit update my system.
Okay, so I'll just tell you what they have.
Oh, no. Okay. That was a fast update. It's done.
That's good. That's Switch for you.
Yeah.
They have Super Metroid!
Oh. You want to do that one instead of the first one?
What do you say? It's up to you. I'll do either. What do you say?
Well, I mean, Super Metroid is a perfect game.
Yeah, why don't we play the first one?
For me, I mean.
I know, that music is so good!
Yeah, but the music is good in the first one, too. I feel like...
I mean, we're gonna play for 2 hours. What do you want to play for 2 hours? Super Metroid or that? Because I've never beaten these games.
I don't know. Have you... What do you know less of? And we should do that.
Both of them really, but the NES one more so. But the music still good in that one too?
Yeah, it's still the classics.
I mean, it feels right to just go through all the classics.
It does, yeah. I don't know. My vote is for the first one, but
I say we should do the first one and finish our NES classics, like maybe like each NES classic, like a Zelda, a Metroid, a thing, and then switch to um what do you call it?
Super.
Super Nintendo, and then do all the Super Nintendo games.
I agree. Yeah.
'Cause
Ooh, Wild Guns.
they have. Oh, is that a good game?
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of Sunset Riders. So I don't know what this
Oh,
is
I know
actually.
Sunset Riders. I remember that.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool that they have Star Fox 2, like that unreleased game.
How sick is that?
Yeah, that's a very
Get
special.
Earthbound. Great. Put Earthbound on, or Mother at least, or something.
I know. They're taking their sweet ass time.
They seriously are.
Oof, Mother would be perfect.
We will. That's gonna be the celebration when Corona's over.
Yeah. You think they'll
Earthbound.
add it this year?
Earthbound? Oh God, I hope so, dude. If they add it, we'll get to celebrate and play it here, and we'll just do a slow run through the game. We'll just do the game.
Yeah.
That'll just be a continuous. We don't have to just like play the game a little bit and then play it for 2 hours. But I mean, we literally spent
sounds
2
good.
hours talking about Super Mario Brothers, dude. That was pretty good.
Yeah. And like there's a lot to explore too.
Did you want to fight in Smash?
Like play right now?
Yeah, I could turn off stream. I'm probably just gonna turn off stream because it seems like we're pretty much done. Did you want to play Smash or something, or are you gonna do something else?
No. I mean
We could do anything. I mean, I could play anything. I'm free. So
let's see, like what okay. Here, let me think.